taking action for you. 7 Action News this morning on TV 20 Detroit starts right now.
Well, families planning to celebrate Thanksgiving are facing a lot of stress. There's the lingering pandemic and, of course, all the drama surrounding the presidential election. Well, today, we're taking a look at ways family members can get along this week and enjoy their time together, even though they disagree on serious issues. Two experts on that subject are journalist Nolan Finley of the Detroit News and radio and TV host and former Free Press commentator Stephen Henderson. They founded a group called the Civility Project. Gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you, Keith.
Thanks for having us.
All right, Stephen, let's start with you. Tell us a little bit about the Civility Project and where people can find it.
Well, this really grew out of the relationship that Nolan and I have had for about 13 years, where we sit on polar opposites of most issues and debate and argue about those issues all the time on television and radio. But we've also developed a pretty decent and amicable relationship over that time. We're friends. And as the nature of discourse got so much worse over the last 4 or 5 years, to the point where people just could not even talk to one another, we decided that maybe there was something about the way that we did that, the way that we managed to stay friends, even though we bitterly disagree, that we could share with everyone else. And so the Great Lakes Civility Project was born out of that. Our sponsors, Delta Dental of Michigan, have made it possible for us to share this with people from coast to coast already.
All right. Well, Nolan, how do you guys get this done? I mean, if you guys are on polar opposites of the spectrum, I guess, in terms of opinion, how do you guys maintain a civil and amicable and friendly relationship? What are some of the tools?
Yeah, well, we learned a long time ago that we weren't going to convert each other. And so if we went into a conversation where we were trying to change each other and change our minds, we knew it was not going to end well. Our goal is to try to understand each other, and that's what we urge everybody to enter a conversation first by getting to know the person as something other than their politics. Because right now, today, in today's world, we're judging people by their political views, and we're deciding we hate people because of their political views. And that's a very dangerous path, because if you hate people because of their political views or whatever differences you have with them, very easy to get to the point where you dehumanize them, and we've seen where that goes. So get to know each other and then honestly listen to each other. A conversation's not a competition. Talk honestly with one another.
And honestly, but civilly. Now, Stephen, what are some of the ways that, should you make ground rules before you have a conversation at the dinner table? Rule certain things out? What are some of the things we should do on Thursday?
So, we're pretty good about saying there's nothing off limits. I mean, this is not about being nice. This is not about kumbaya. This is about being able to talk about really controversial stuff without it becoming really bitter. Two things we talk about all the time are the ability to listen and really listen to the other person that you're talking to, not be in your own head while they're talking, thinking about what you're going to say as soon as they stop talking. The other thing we talk about is committing to the idea that this is a long-term thing, right? You might disagree, you might bitterly disagree right now, but you never walk away. The relationship itself has to be strong enough to be able to have these kind of arguments and survive.
All right, well, Nolan Finley, Stephen Henderson, you guys are laying out quite a role model here for us for all of Detroit, Michigan, and with the Great Lakes Civility Project, you guys are setting a role model for the nation. Thank you so much for spending some time with us this morning. Really appreciate your insights.
Thanks, Keith.